The future of electric vehicles isn't coming, it's already here. EVs are where the action is when it comes to the fascinating fields of automotive research, although they still constitute a small fraction of the new car industry. Electric cars of today exist in various sizes, styles, and prices. They are no longer just battery-powered compliance cars or tiny shuttles for the crunchy granola set. Welcome to Electrify, for instant updates on the electric world. In today's video, we'll see 20 future EVs that are worth waiting for. Before we jump into the video though, please share and subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Also, tap that bell icon for notifications. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Number 1. The Acura ZDX. The nameplate for the first Acura EV is an ancient one. The business intends to bring back the ZDX brand with an all-electric SUV. We have a solid sense of what to expect in terms of aesthetics thanks to the precision EV concept and subsequent prototypes that have been hidden. But the information on the powertrain still needs to be made readily available. We're to expect a full release anticipated in 2024. Number 2. Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio EV. The first Giulia sedan from Alfa Romeo is one of the first ICE vehicles to switch to battery power as the company moves towards electrified vehicles. According to rumors, the Giulia Quadrifoglio EV 4-door might have up to 1,000 horsepower and a wagon version. Most likely, that car won't make its debut until 2025. Moving on to number 3, the Audi A6 e-tron. What will eventually become a production car was teased by the gorgeous Audi A6 e-tron concept. Hopefully the final design will stay within the original. The A6 e-tron should charge at 800 volts, have a range of up to 400 miles, and produce 469 horsepower thanks to its 2 electric motors, as well as Audi's scalable premium platform electric design, or PPE. The A6 e-tron concept car has a range of more than 700 kilometers, or more than 434 miles, thanks to its 100 kilowatt-hour battery. The production version may therefore have the longest range of any electric Audi. Moving on to number 4, the Audi electric supercar. Although it's primarily a rumor, Audi's future electrification plans will likely include a supercar now that the R8 and TT have been retired. Audi claims that every new vehicle it introduces after 2026 will be an electric vehicle, so it's likely that we'll get to see a new supercar or sports car around that time. Number 5. The Bentley EV. About electricity, Bentley is all in. A new generation of battery-powered cars will be built entirely from scratch at the automaker's Crewe headquarters thanks to a significant $3 billion investment in EVs. The business had originally planned for the first vehicle in what it hopes will be a lengthy line of EVs to go on sale in 2025, but a little delay has caused that date to be postponed by 1 year. Number 6. The Buick Electra. Outside of the United States, the Buick Electra E5 is already available. The electric SUV for the Chinese market is roughly the same size as the Chevrolet Equinox and is powered by GM's Ultium battery technology. Yet, because Buick wants to go entirely electric by 2030, the Electra might be one of the company's first EVs to be sold in the United States. This might happen as early as next year. Number 7. The Buick Wildcat EV. The Buick Electra probably has a higher chance of going into production, but we can still hope that the brand's stunning Wildcat EV concept will one day be released as a sporty 2-door. Here's hoping that some of the technology from the Cadillac Celestiq, which might serve as the basis for the Buick and has its own 600 horsepower, stays in place. Speaking of which, at number 8, the Cadillac Celestiq. The Celestiq, Cadillac's first high-end electric vehicle, or EV, is anticipated to go on sale in the first half of 2024. Since we already know that the initial models would cost more than $30,000, we have already seen the gorgeous concept car in the flesh. GM predicts a driving range of 300 miles for the Celestiq and a power output of 600 horsepower. Number 9. The Canoo pickup truck. Canoo has been working on this adorable little electric truck in concept form for 2 years. Nonetheless, the company should be able to start producing the tiny pickup by the end of the year. With 6 and 8 foot bed options, Canoo claims it will have up to 500 horsepower and at least 200 miles of range. Moving on to number 10, the Canoo SUV. Canoo should have its bubbly SUV or van on the road before releasing its pickup on the market. A few prototypes have already been used at NASA transport vehicles, and before the end of the year, you should be able to purchase one just like this. Like the truck, Canoo claims that its SUV will have a driving range of about 200 miles, but it will be less potent, with just about 350 horsepower available. Are you excited to know the rest of the cars on the list? Well then stay tuned until the very end. Subscribe to us here at Electrify for more exciting videos of the emerging electric era. Also enable that bell icon to stay updated whenever we post a new video. Thank you. Now let's move back onto the video. At number 11, the Chevrolet Blazer EV. A sleek Chevy Blazer EV with up to 557 horsepower in SS trim and a respectable 320 miles of range at its most efficient made its concept debut in July 2022. Most of these specifications should transfer to the production version, which will appear this year as early as the summer. The Blazer EV will cost $44,995 as a starting price. Number 12, the Chevrolet Corvette EV. As Dodge did with the SRT a few years ago, Chevy intends to separate the Corvette nameplate into its sub-brand. The Corvette lineup will offer sedans, SUVs, and possibly an electric Corvette. Although there are few specifications about performance and range, rumors suggest that we could see the first goods from the newly enlarged Corvette lineup as early as 2025. Number 13, the Chevrolet Equinox EV. The Chevy Equinox EV, a more popular and cost-effective option, will join the sporty Blazer EV. The Equinox EV will provide up to 290 horsepower in its most powerful grade and 300 miles of range when it debuts in production form later this year. Naturally, the Equinox with a 300-mile range will have a larger battery pack, and the Equinox with the most horsepower will have two all-wheel drive motors. Number 14, the Chevrolet Silverado EV. The Silverado EV is likely one of the most eagerly anticipated battery-powered vehicles in Chevrolet's expanding lineup. The Silverado EV will be offered in various trim levels and is expected to go on sale later this year. The standard work truck starts things off with a 510 horsepower and a range of 400 miles, while the top-end RST will pack a robust 754 horsepower, with plenty of different options in between. Number 15, the DeLorean Alpha 5. The stunning, all-electric Alpha 5 sports car represents DeLorean's return to the automotive scene. The prototype was first seen by the general public at Pebble Beach the previous year, but the production model is anticipated to go on sale in 2019. According to DeLorean, the Alpha 5 can travel up to 300 miles on a single charge, and it can also accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.4 seconds. Number 16, the Dodge Charger Daytona SRT EV. The switch by Dodge from ICEs to EVs shouldn't worry many muscle car fans. The Charger Daytona SRT will continue to have plenty of power, packing up to 600 horsepower in its most potent configuration. Early predictions indicate that the Charger could have a 500-mile range and an 800-volt architecture. Number 17, Faraday Future FF91. Oh yes, Faraday Future is still active and well. Despite a turbulent few years, the business wants to put its first EV in production form as soon as this year. The FF91 SUV has been in development for several years, and when it enters production, it might have as much as 1,050 horsepower and just over 380 miles of range. Number 18, the Fisker Ocean. We might see the first few examples of Fisker's electric Ocean SUV as early as this spring, as the company expects to begin full production in just a few weeks. The Fisker Ocean might be a unique and cheap option with a maximum range of 350 miles and a starting price of $39,000. Number 19, the Fisker Pear. If you thought the Fisker Ocean was reasonably priced, Fisker promises to introduce a second model in 2024 with a starting price of under $30,000. Smaller than the Ocean, and probably certainly without some of the Ocean's more upscalable features, such as the solar roof, the Pear, or personal electric automotive revolution, will be the next generation of personal electric vehicles. In Ohio's Lordstown Assembly Facility, it will reportedly be constructed. And at number 20, the Ferrari electric supercar. Ferrari is cautiously foregoing ahead with the powerful electric performance vehicle. Granted, we won't see it until 2025 and little is known about it. Benedetto Vigna, the CEO of Ferrari, does guarantee that the company's first electric vehicle will be an emotional machine and provide a distinctive driving experience. So, which EV caught your eye? Don't you want to own one? Well, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe to this channel for more recent electric world updates and enable the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. You can also watch some of our other videos on this channel to learn more about the upcoming electric era. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you in the next video. But until then, bye bye.